Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kosura Media Group. We are Kosura Media Group's roundtable, and we're here to discuss Kingdom Hearts 3. We're going to talk a little Kingdom Hearts 3. We're going to talk about the big wait, Japan getting it first, our favorite game in the series, what we look forward to the most, and our final thoughts with us. I'm Joseph Torres. Today, I am joined by NewMechaGaming.
Hello, how are you doing, guys?
And joining us today, we have Chris. Let everyone know who you are, Chris.
Hey guys, so I'm a YouTuber and a streamer, both known as Chrisco. Although my Twitch name is CJMiller313. I created that before I did YouTube, so that's that. Yeah.
You can find him on YouTube as Chrisco, correct?
Yeah. If you just look up Chrisco vids, usually you can find me.
I'm also have a YouTube. You can look it up on REanimatedExistence. I recently uploaded a video talking about the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, just my brief thoughts on it. But that's not the topic of conversation today. We're going to talk about Kingdom Hearts 3. This is a game that has been very long in development, that people have been looking forward to for many, many years. Last time I checked, Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 2004. And since then, people have been waiting for the next installment for a good many years, but we've had several supplementary games since then. Like we've had Birth by Sleep, we've had 358 Days Over 2, we've had Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah, Dream Drop Distance, Recoded.
And what's interesting about those games is that some people have outright ignored those titles in the series, but if you're going to go into Kingdom Hearts 3, you have to play those because those have very important story elements.
And it's the thing is also for 2, I know it's absolutely important. If you want the story for 2 to make sense, is that you play Chain of Memories, because that is everything that happens between 1 and 2. So if you want 2 to make sense, you should play Chain of Memories.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting way that Square Enix has done Kingdom Hearts, doing it in a way that the story doesn't exactly follow it. It's just 1, 2, and 3. You have to play all of these other games just for the story to make sense. You know, in order for things in Kingdom Hearts 2 to make sense, you got to play a Chain of Memories. In order for things in 3 to make sense, you have to play all these other games. NewMechaGaming, do you have thoughts on this?
Sometimes you have to play 356 Days 2. It happens the same time as the Chain of Memories.
If I'm not mistaken, 358 Days Over 2, it takes place during the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 and during Chain of Memories, because it begins immediately when Roxas is created. And for those of you who may not know, Roxas is Sora's nobody. So you see, when you, as a person in the Kingdom Hearts world, quote unquote, die or go to the darkness, there's a Heartless and then there is a Nobody, which, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, a Nobody is the empty shell you leave behind. Is that correct?
Heartless. Yeah, the Heartless is like the little, like the black creature that you become.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I wanted to say, if we can throw up an editing, the Kingdom Hearts timeline, that's the chart that has all the games, and they have the arrows connecting them to whichever one it's connected to. It's very complicated, but if someone can just throw that up.
Oh no, you go ahead.
Oh yeah, no. It starts off so after Sora he sacrifices himself and he becomes a Heartless, and then he has his Nobody, which is Roxas, and that's where which is 356 over 2 days.
So 358 Days Over 2.
358 over 2.
Yeah, man.
Starts off with him waking up and trying to like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and he's welcomed into Organization 13, and he's getting the ropes of the group. There's all this other stuff, and the end of 358 Days Over 2 correlates directly into Kingdom Hearts 2. And for what's weird is that this game came out, if I'm not mistaken, after Kingdom Hearts 2. So
it came out about 2008, I believe, if I'm correct. I can check on that. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. So yeah, there's a lot of supplementary games before you get to Kingdom Hearts 3. What's interesting about this is that this game has been in development technically since 2013. Even though people have said they've been waiting for this game for years, it was technically only in development since 2013. What are your guys' thoughts when they finally announced that Kingdom Hearts 3 was officially in development? New Mecha?
Oh god, the day they announced the reaction, the reaction of a lifetime. Where have you been, my brother? When can I get my hands on you? You have been a friend in need. You've been like a friend of mine. I haven't talked to you since like God knows how long. And you're like,
Friendship
what?
is a very important part of Kingdom Hearts.
Yes. And this one in general, oh my god, I've been waiting for it for a long time now.
Definitely feels like a long time.
Joe, what were your thoughts when you first heard about it?
Well, like a lot of people, about time. And it's like, because I remember like the announcement for it, like the hype was insane. Like I remember watching like reaction videos to it, and people were like crying, people were screaming, and
Didn't
just
people,
like
go into the streets and like throw like celebrations or something, if I remember that correctly. And
no, I didn't hear about
something
that.
in Japan, they like got like people went and like celebrate, had like threw like big party or something, and someone went in the street and did something.
I didn't see that, or hear about that, but I did see a lot of people like crying and acting like blubbering babies over a video game. But it's not just any video game. It matters a lot to a lot of people. But I think my favorite part about that early announcement trailer is just the way that they built it up. Because it's Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh yeah,
Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories 358/2. Because initially people thought, it's going to be an announcement for what was it, 2.5?
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden the logo comes up, Kingdom Hearts 3, and that's what everyone.
yeah,
and that's when the internet lost their mind.
like,
and then like,
time.
I love how it ended with in development. It didn't give you any sort of release date. It just says in development.
I know.
And here we are. Yeah, and here we are 5 years later. Well, yeah, just about 5 years. 5 years later and some change, and it's coming out in 2 weeks.
I can't believe that was 5 years ago. It doesn't even seem like it was that long ago that they like announced it.
I feel like each time, like, go back to the previous trailer from 2013 to now, it looks good.
Yeah, no, if you actually compare the what we saw in the initial trailer versus what we have now, it definitely looks like a very, very early in development game, very beta in development game. Whereas the more recent trailer, which I haven't watched the majority of them because I want to go into this game very fresh, but from the gameplay trailers I have seen, it looks like this game is set and ready to go.
Can we talk about what, as far as we know, what worlds are going to be in this game?
Sure, go ahead. Do you know New Mecha?
Do you want to just do 2? I name 2, you name 2?
Yeah, sure.
Big Hero 6 and Tangled.
And then we have a toy box, which is the Toy Story 1 and Arendelle from Frozen.
I think we're also getting a couple others. We're getting, besides new stages, we're getting some return stages, such as the Port Royale, which is Pirates of the Caribbean. We're getting another Hercules stage, but this time it's going to be it's going to be more of an actual world instead of just, here's the tournament place.
So we also have Monsters Inc., which I forgot about, which I'm actually kind of pretty excited about that one.
Yeah, no, tell me about it. Because I remember one of the developers were talking about how they've been wanting to incorporate Pixar movies into these games, and they even wanted to incorporate one into Kingdom Hearts 2, but they never got the chance to. So this is finally their opportunity to incorporate Pixar movies like Toy Story and Monsters Inc. into Kingdom Hearts 3.
Are these the ones that Joe just sent us? Are these the only ones, or I'm assuming there gonna be more, because if they said how long the story is supposed to be, I'm assuming there's more than just this, but they didn't want to spoil it all.
Yeah.
I don't know what Mysterious Tower is.
I think Mysterious Tower, it could be like Mysterious Tower can't be that tower that Yed Set is in, right?
Oh, could it be? Or was that the tower remember in 358/2, they kept showing in the cutscenes that tower off in the distance. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't think that's that maybe it. I'm not sure.
I'm assuming people know this, but I wanted to say Yen said, it's just Disney backwards. I'm assuming people know that.
I actually did not.
Oh, you
I'm
didn't?
not
Yeah,
gonna
no.
lie. I didn't know
Yen
that.
did in Disney backwards.
Holy crap.
Yeah, did I just
Um,
blow your mind?
I kind of did. You kind of did blow my mind. I'm a little tired, but
Yeah.
if you can see it right now, like my mind is exploding right now.
Oh, Drew just said Mysterious Tower was in several games, starting with Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
wonder if they're bringing back Agrabah, the Aladdin one, because that
I
was in
haven't
one.
seen anything.
That was in one. That was in 1, 2, and then a couple of the other like in between games.
Yeah, they were. I
Can
think they might not bring down back.
you talk about what worlds we weren't a fan of?
Yeah, we can do that.
I didn't care much about the Tarzan.
Really?
Yeah, in the first one, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. I was like, oh.
I don't know. I guess I have a bit of a bias because Tarzan was like one of my favorite. Well, was one of my personal favorite Disney movies as a kid. Obviously, I think we can. This is something we can all universally agree upon. The Little Mermaid stages were not great.
Those aren't also necessary. I have to tell you that in was it 2 that you did like the little musical numbers? That world wasn't. Not all the worlds are necessary. I found out. But if you want to get 100% completion, do everything. But again, not everything is necessary in the game. Not all the worlds. Atlantica, is that what it's called? I think is not necessary.
Atlantica, yeah.
Yeah, it was not a thing you had to do.
I'm pretty sure, but if you did like if you did Atlantica in Kingdom Hearts 2, you got like upgraded versions of your magic.
Oh yeah,
Is that correct?
If you wanted to upgrade, because it's an RPG, you get the experience and you get upgraded. If you wanted to, you should do it, but like I said, it wasn't completely necessary to the main story.
Let's see. New Mecha, do you have any levels that you weren't a big fan of in any of the Kingdom Hearts games?
Like when you go to the final area to fight the Kingdom Hearts 1 boss.
Oh,
like that one area looks like hell. It's like all the Domalis.
The world that never was.
Yes, that whole area was fighting like non-stop. I said, "Oh my god, that's so annoying."
Oh yeah, with the random enemy appearances, like it's like some Final Fantasy game.
The mini world in Kingdom Hearts 3. It looks kind of reminds me of, and I know it's not Nintendo, but it kind of reminds me of like Mr. Game & Watch kind of thing.
I think that's kind of the inspiration for it actually. Like there's supposed to be segments in the game where Sora has this little like Mr. Game & Watch type console, and like it's supposed to be a little bit of a mini world. And I think it's gonna have like its own story with like a boss battles and everything. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a little new. I think it's a interesting new feature. Yeah,
something new they added to the game was the option to do in-game photos. So they added the thing of the what they call the gummy phone. I just saw it on Twitter this morning. The Kingdom Hearts, they tweeted about it, so you can just take in-game pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. A lot of games have been doing the photo mode thing, and I think it's actually really cool. I think it's a really cool option. I remember Shadow of War has a photo mode. God of War has a photo mode. Spider-Man has a photo mode.
One of my favorite photo modes in a long time.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man has. I think they perfected the photo mode.
Oh, and then what do you guys think about like the for instance, either the Tron world in 2 or the Nightmare Before Christmas?
Those are levels I like. I like the Tron level in Kingdom Hearts 2 because I just like the mini games. I actually, honestly, I think I like the Nightmare Before Christmas, the Halloween Town level in Kingdom Hearts 1 more than I do in 2. Because even though the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 2 are bigger, I think I just like the look and the design of Halloween Town in Kingdom Hearts 1 more. And even then, like Halloween Town, there's not much really you can do in that one. It's more based around Christmas Town than Halloween Town. I've
heard a lot of people say that they prefer the design of Halloween Town in 1 than they did in 2. I've actually heard a lot about that, but I did like so in 1 it kind of felt like it was a very like boxed in area and there wasn't a lot to explore, but they made in 2 they improved upon that. Also, it wasn't as much platforming in 2 as it was in 1.
Yeah, no, this was a very
so obnoxious, the platforming, because the jumping wasn't great. It was very stiff jumping. And
Yeah, no, that's one thing that Kingdom Hearts 1 was not great on. Like, the platforming was definitely not a welcome feature, especially because the jumping was not well crafted.
so you remember like in the Tarzan world going from like you had to hop on the hippos to get across certain like to like the platform to get the chest. I remember
Oh,
doing that.
yeah.
You had to time
Oh.
it
Yeah, that was the
perfectly
worst.
because I kept missing that platform because I wasn't getting out far enough, and I was just like I'd be like right there and then I wouldn't make it, and I'd get so upset. And I was like I had to like stop for like a good like 10 minutes at one point because I'm like I'm getting too frustrated, or I just would
Yeah.
leave it up the chest behind because I'm like I'll find more.
NewMechaGaming, do you have any more thoughts on the world, on the stages before we move on to the next topic?
There's not many wars, but I understand why, because they want to expand it more. Like, look at the Big Hero 6. That one's pretty massive. The Tango one, and so on and so on. But the way it is, it's looking to be good. Hoping to be good.
Yeah.
I
So there's less worlds, but the worlds are bigger this time around. So that's what
Yeah.
they're doing.
if you saw when they did was it at E3 or something, they did like they allowed the press to play a demo, and it was the Toy Story world, and there was something else. But in the Toy Story world, you're going up a rail, and you're in the plant in what's that mall called, something Planet or the arcade or the whatever. But there's like
Mhm.
levels to it. There's multiple levels, and you can go into all the stores, and it's just open. It's just so big.
Yeah, it's really cool.
All right, so with that in mind, we're going to move on to our next topic. We were discussing earlier about the long development cycle of Kingdom Hearts 3. That officially it began in 2013, and the game has been in development for roughly 5 years. And Japan is getting it earlier for us. If I'm not mistaken, the game will be coming out in Japan on January 25th, and American audiences will be getting it the 29th. Do you guys have any thoughts on the game coming out early? I'm going to go to NewMechaGaming for this.
On this one in general, it kind of makes sense because they originally made it, and plus, they probably wanted to get the reviews out pretty quickly.
Yeah, for the Japanese gaming press.
Yeah, check if there's any bug fixes, anything like that, like graphical issues, errors. If there's any problems with the storyline, like I know certain parts of the story may be glitched or something, or they might have to go back and fix it before the worldwide release for Kingdom Hearts for us, to Europe, and so on and so on. I think that's how they're playing.
And I think before we started recording, you guys, I think you were talking about how there's going to be a patch on the 31st or some kind of last story patch.
It's actually a day one patch.
Oh, it's a day one patch. Okay.
I actually just found out about this. I think it was yesterday or something. I just found out about it, so I didn't even realize. I heard something about the secret ending that they were delaying, but I didn't know that they were actually changing the actual ending until like yesterday.
Yeah, because I remember a while back the ending of the game had been leaked online. I never saw it, but they put out an announcement on their Facebook page about the leak, and I think that's the reason why they're doing the day one patch. But, generally I'm not a fan of these kind of things. Like, I'd rather have a game I'd rather have a game ready the day it comes out, everything complete. But if they're doing this day one patch for that reason, I'm not too bothered by it, because I don't blame them, because you've been working on this game forever and a very crucial part of it got leaked, and
Yeah.
you want to have that day one patch.
No, and I actually didn't even, when the ending was leaked, I actually hadn't even looked at it because I didn't want to be spoiled. But now
Yeah,
this
me
gives
too.
now this gives me an even better incentive to be like, hey, let's not go looking for this now, because if they're changing it, it's obviously because it got leaked and they don't want to spoil it. So they're creating something completely different that they probably hadn't even planned. So they had to write something completely different that could that made sense with their story they already had.
Yeah, and I think that's actually one of the reasons why I've just been avoiding things in general. Like, I haven't watched any of the newer story trailers because I just want to go into this game as fresh as possible. Like, I didn't even watch the trailer that has the opening song in it. Have you guys listened to that? Have you guys heard it?
Yeah, we heard it.
I don't. Did I? I
Okay.
don't think I have. I might have it. I'm not sure.
It's
No, I
the
haven't.
same- Go ahead.
No, I haven't.
It's the same person who made the previous openings from Kingdom Hearts and the ending.
Her name is ooh, I don't remember her name.
I know
can't
Skrillex
pronounce it either.
had to do something with it too.
But with the Kingdom Hearts 3 opening, oh my god, it's Skrillex with her.
Yeah.
It's a pretty great song, but it's not the full song yet. But
Right.
the ending song, don't think twice. Every time
Oh,
I
okay.
listen to that song, I feel like I'm gonna cry.
That's what I'm saying. Like I heard that like that was people's reactions when they heard the song. And for me, I just want to go into the game. Like I want to hear the song the minute I play the game. Like I don't want to hear it before. I think for me personally, for playing the game, I want to be able to experience it firsthand and I get more out of it instead of, oh, I already heard this like days in advance.
Do we know if they're using all the same, like the voice cast?
Yes, it's
Like
going to be
Haley
mostly
Joel Osment, because Haley Joel Osment always did Sora. So the people that did the voices of the characters like in the movies, so like the same people from like Tangled or Monsters Inc. whatever.
Yeah, I don't know because I know that the main cast for Kingdom Hearts are coming back, but as far as like them bringing in people to voice like the Disney characters, I don't know. I'm pretty sure most of them will be like new voice actors. New Mecha, do you know anything about it?
Yeah, I think so. But the thing is, I don't know if they're gonna replace not Jack Black. I'm trying to think who plays Jack Sparrow. The voice
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. A while
I
back,
love
he was actually in trouble with some stuff. I don't know if they're gonna bring him back. I'm not for sure.
I don't even think he was. If I'm not mistaken, he didn't even voice. Johnny Depp didn't even voice Jack Sparrow in the Kingdom Hearts 2 game. I don't think any of the actors from the movie voiced their characters in the video game.
Nope. Zach Levi is back. He is doing Flynn Rider, and Krista Bell's doing Anna.
Oh, really? Okay. Are
they-
the people from Pirates of the Caribbean going to be in it, or are these just new voice actors?
Idina Menzel, Wallace Shawn, James. Oh, James Wood is Hades. I forgot he did that.
Yeah. I think what's cool about speaking of voice acting, I think what's funny about the way they debut these trailers is that I guess they didn't have the English voice acting done because a lot of the early trailers that we saw, it was the Japanese audio. So I don't know what that was about. So maybe they didn't have the American voice acting done yet.
Drew said that Woody won't be voiced by Tom Hanks, so most of them are probably new. Most of the Frozen will reprise their role.
Okay, so I think it just kind of depends on who they can get, contact.
Ironically enough, Woody is voiced by someone named Jim Hanks.
It's Jim Hanks is the off-brand version of Tom Hanks. He's the guy you bring in when you can't get Tom Hanks.
They're brothers. Yeah,
so he's basically Jim Hanks is the guy who you call when you can't get the other brother, the more famous brother.
I guess you could call his son too, Tom Hanks' son, but
do they have the same voice though? Do they have the same voice? Because the voice matters. That's the important thing. It's the voice. So I guess Jim Hanks, because he's his brother, he does a pretty good impression of his brother. And I guess Jim Hanks needs to work because I have no idea if Jim Hanks is an actor or not.
Just like his brother. Oh my god, he does.
Nice. That's amazing. Does anyone have any final thoughts on Japan getting an early release or even the game's voice actors? New Mecha?
No, I think I'm solid for now.
Alrighty.
Can I just say something?
Sure.
Just posted a picture on the thing of what Jim Hanks, and he looks like James McAvoy from Split. Do you see that?
Yes.
Oh boy, I just looked at it now. It's
Can we put a side-by-side thing of them?
That'd be amazing. Because I just like how he kind of looks like his brother, but
he looks more like James McAvoy from Split.
Kind of looks like Jim Hanks looks like Tom Hanks if Tom Hanks and James McAvoy had a baby.
Yeah, can we put a side-by-side up of James McAvoy and Jim Hanks?
I think that'd be amazing.
But James McAvoy from Split, not just James McAvoy.
Right. Alrighty. So with that in mind, we are going to go to our next topic. I think we're going to switch up the topics. Originally, we're going to go with most anticipated moments of Kingdom Hearts 3, but I think instead we're going to talk about our favorite. I'm going to take this to Chris. What was your personal favorite game in the Kingdom Hearts series so far?
Oh my god. Without a doubt, without hesitation, 2. So here's the thing. I liked 1, but there were problems with it. The platforming for 1, and I think with 1, the story was good, but I think the flow of it, there was parts where I kind of felt like it dipped down. I mean, that wasn't the biggest thing. It was, I think that a lot of the mechanics that were implemented in 1, some of them were fantastic. The combat was not as fluid as I would have liked it to be, but I
Right.
think because of the games we played now, I think it's just we're a bit more spoiled when it comes to fluidity of combat. And you have to remember, Kingdom Hearts 1 was what, 2002?
2001.
2001. So in a sense, it was early in that sense of that there weren't a lot of games like that. So that kind of was something for me that kind of turned me off from that. I did like 1, however. I'm not saying I hated it, but when it came to 2, I think they took everything that was good about 1 and they improved it by just 100%, and it was just, I just loved it so much. Again, not perfect, but still, it was something that I loved and I could play over and over again, and I'd go back and I'd still find stuff that I had missed in my first playthrough or I missed before. I'd revisit the worlds, and the combat was better. They got rid of that platforming, so that was nice, and everything just flowed so much better. But then when I look at the in between games, the ones that aren't like the main, like 1 or 2, the main numbers, so like the main series in the game, I I didn't love them. They weren't.
It's interesting you say that because even though I definitely like Kingdom Hearts 2 a lot, my personal favorite is actually Birth by Sleep.
Oh, that
And
is
yeah, because I feel like for me, what I liked about Birth by Sleep is that even though the combat and the gameplay was much more simplified because it was a game that for handheld systems, I feel like for that game they really improved upon the combat and they refined it and they added new features to it, like the oh my god, the name is blanking on me. What's the name of it where like you press triangle and a bunch of crazy stuff happens?
Oh, yeah. Was it reaction?
Not reaction, but
I know what you're talking about.
special move. Like it's so cool.
Oh, the assist
Like what is it?
or something.
Hot commands?
I don't remember. I think, is it the assist you're talking about with like the other characters, or?
No, not assist. New Mecha. Do you know what this is? Like, do you remember anything about Birth by Sleep's gameplay?
Oh god, I wasn't asked about that. I'm trying to think at the moment.
Because
Reaction.
I know it's like reaction commands.
It had to be.
You'd press. That's what I was. Yeah, you'd press triangle, and it would be like you do some crazy move where you jump in the air and then come down in their head or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because that was like that was in Kingdom Hearts 2, but they introduced this new thing. Oh, their command system. They revamped the command system to add items, to where you can set up magic and items in a different way, where you can get it immediately without having to go into all of these menus just to get your items or your magic.
Yeah.
And I just really like the gameplay of Birth by Sleep. And from what I've seen for the gameplay trailers of 3, it seems like they're adding a lot of the stuff from the handheld games like Birth by Sleep and 3D into Kingdom Hearts 3, because I know a lot of people like some of those
3D.
Mechanics.
I did not like 3D.
I never played it actually. I just did a story synopsis. I just watched a story synopsis video for it, just so I can keep up with the story.
So I remember when they announced 3D, they had the Kingdom Hearts, and then the 3 came up, and people were like, "What?" And then the D came out, and people were like, "Oh." They got so upset because
Ultimate trolling.
They did Kingdom Hearts, and then they did 3, and then 5 seconds later the D came out, and but I remember I was like laughing because I was like, "Wow, good on them. That was good." And
Yeah.
But like they have this fluidity thing where you can like spin around poles and you can like slide on like rails and stuff, which was really cool. Not a great game, but I heard that they took that and they added it into Kingdom Hearts 3. Because I heard you can like run up walls and stuff, which makes things a lot easier. So
Yeah. NewMecha, do you have a favorite game in the series?
Yes, mine certainly it's 2, but the only thing I liked 1, but only time I hated 1 was when I did the freaking Sephiroth fight.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
everyone hated the Sephiroth fight.
I hate him with a passion.
oh
My god! There was one point I was smashed by a controller at one point. It was bad.
Which one was the card based combat game?
Oh, Chain of Memories. Everyone avoids that one. Everyone avoids, even me.
Okay, so I played it. Yeah, that wasn't.
I don't know. Like I've seen some supporters of Chain of Memories. I've seen
It's still good.
some.
It
Like,
wasn't.
it's still fun.
Oh, hey, Kobe.
Oh
What's
look,
up?
it's Kobe. Hey everyone.
Everyone.
We're joined by Kobe.
Whoa, crap. Kobe, favorite Kingdom Hearts game?
Go, Kobe. You're in the middle of the
Second one.
podcast. You got to tell everyone. Second one.
What do you
Second
want?
one.
Second
Yes.
one for we were just talking about. Like you guys were just talking about this. The second one for the
Yeah.
Sephiroth fight. I thought Sephiroth and that one was really good, and that fight was my favorite. It was just fighting him. Like I would do it multiple times on easy, critical, with his health showing, with his health not showing, with me with low. Like it was, I would do it so many times, different variants, different keyblades. It was so amazing. Like it was one of the best
Cool.
to do.
Did you ever actually defeat Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2?
Oh yeah, many times.
Cool.
He's really not that hard. I think he's harder in the first one than the second one.
Really?
Because
Yeah, because
in the
of
first
the added
one you don't-
mechanics.
Yeah, in the
also
first one you
because
don't have as much. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
the combat in 1. I was saying is for the
Mhm.
combat in 1 was very stiff,
Yeah,
and it flowed a lot better in 2, which I loved.
yeah, for
Mhm.
sure. No, like you are absolutely right. Like the combat is you have more of a combo in the second one, and you could do a lot more than the first one. But yeah, second one. my favorite.
NewMecha, did you ever beat Sephiroth in 2?
We were equal amount. Pretty much. There was one point we were downed up. I was one hit away from killing him. He was one hit away from killing me. It got very intense. Yeah, at one point we actually drawed. He killed me. I killed him at the same time.
Is
Oh
that
my
possible?
god.
Can you do that?
It's possible.
Interesting. One thing to add, though, if we're talking about boss fights, the lingering will. I can't tell you how many times it frustrated me until I finally beat him.
The Lingering Will, which one was
Yeah.
that one?
That's the Terra fight. After you beat the game and whatnot, you go back to King Mickey's castle, and then like portal will appear. And
Okay,
yeah.
so it's like the
It's a
Kingdom
secret
Hearts
boss,
1
basically.
fight. Yeah, it's like the Kingdom Hearts 1 fight where you have to go back to Hollow
Wouldn't fight
Bastion and
Xemnas.
fight
The way I figured out how to beat him, I got this from Rooney. Actually, he kind of cheated. I mean, he watched a YouTube video, but still, he used duck flare, and it actually works. You just spam duck flare and keep hitting him, and it works.
Can we talk about our some of our favorite and least favorite characters?
Sure, if you guys want to talk about it. Kobe, since you're new, do you want to talk about your favorite and least favorite characters from Kingdom Hearts?
So, if we're going least favorite, I'd probably have to say Demix. I never really liked him. He just seems like a douchey character and not funny at all. I don't know. I mean, he's still cool, I guess, but like he's just not like my personal favorite. But if we're going favorite, I'd have to say Roxas.
Roxas? Okay. Cool.
He's just because he's not talked a lot. You know what I mean? Like everyone talks about Sora or Ventus or like all that, but Roxas is one of the main characters too. Like he's just really cool.
Right. Or Terra. I know a lot of people like Terra.
Oh
Yeah.
Terra's cool. Someone said they told me one of their favorites is Aqua.
Aqua's
kind
a
of
good.
cool.
I think that was probably Rooney. That's one of his favorites, personal favorites.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who played Birth by Sleep. They really like Aqua. Like their favorite their favorite campaign was Aqua's. NewMecha, do you have a favorite character and a least favorite character?
My least favorite character, Donald.
Donald? Really?
He's saying that because he doesn't heal in the other game.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
so here's the thing about the AIs. So the Donald and Goofy's AIs in 1 and in 2 are not, they're bad. The AIs. So I always have this thought. You do not. I never ever give them items unless I'm going into like a big boss. I know I'm going into a big boss fight. In which case, I give them
Yeah.
a lot of like health and magic restore and stuff like that. But other than that, like I don't, because you can go in the settings and change the AI, but that doesn't really help that much. But it just
No.
like, don't give them items unless you're going into a big boss fight.
Yeah, no. For me, like, actually, fun fact about Donald. Did you guys know that during the early development stages of Kingdom Hearts 3, before the creation of Sora, they were thinking about either making King Mickey the main character or Donald the main character.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I would have played if it was Mickey. Not I think if it was Donald, it'd be weird. I think it'd be weird to have Donald as the main character. No offense to Donald, but like,
No, you just offended all the Donald.
You just offended You just offended the entire Donald fan base.
No, see, I like where you're going with that because I like how they added in Kingdom Hearts 2 that in certain missions, when you die, King Mickey would come in as a backup.
Yeah, those like super rare occurrences.
He'd be like,
he did it. He did it in Beast Castle. He did it in
Mulan.
Mulan. So there's a few he did.
So it's on. It only happens in specific worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I never knew how that works exactly. NewMecha, did you have a favorite Kingdom Hearts character?
Oh, God. Mine was kind of like I think I like Roxas a lot
Roxas. Okay.
because I like his design, how they did him.
Right. I think as far as like my favorite main character, my favorite character, this is gonna be a silly one, but I have my reason. My favorite character, and it's very, very silly reason, is Pence. The reason why he's my favorite character is because like I always had this personal joke between me and my sister. Is like, because you know how in like the second game, Pence has like that giant he's got that headband, he's got the spiky hair, and he has like the very kind of like dog pound shirt that looks like those like Echo shirts that people used to wear back in the days.
Remind you of like that average kid, that you went to school with, whatever,
Yeah, like I always had a joke with my sister that Pence looks like the kind of guy who like listens to like Linkin Park, and like not just Linkin Park, but the first. He looks like a kid. No, not even that emo kid. He's that dude who like only listens to like the first 2 Linkin Park albums when they were like new metal, rap metal.
Yeah,
and like he
Pearl Jam.
Yeah, no, not even Pearl Jam. Like he looks like the kind of kid who listened to the first 2 Linkin Park albums and like Mike Shinoda's side project Fort Minor. Like that really like
no,
like that super urban, like that one white kid who used to dress like super urban, but like his music taste is Linkin Park and Fort Minor.
Jesus, I can honestly agree to that.
Yeah.
Tries to start it.
Here's the thing about them is because I know like Pence is like he's like one of those characters where like in like the first Kingdom Hearts when you start off on the island you have all those the kids
who never show up at all.
Yeah, you go to save the guy and the girl, and also your mother's voice who you only hear once and then you just forget about her.
Yeah,
the character on Destiny Islands.
What happened to those characters?
My favorite character is Sora's mother. Okay.
Like literally, so
he called him down to dinner and he didn't come, and she wasn't even worried about it.
Oh,
okay.
She's like, oh, he disappeared? Not again.
My favorite character.
I think what's funny, actually, speaking of those Destiny Island characters, you guys do know that a lot of those Destiny Island characters are they're from Final Fantasy X. Yeah,
I know.
Like Tidus is the main character of Final Fantasy X, and Waka is like one of your assist characters.
So Noctis Lucius Callum he's actually in Kingdom Hearts. I forget which one, but he's in it somewhere.
Wait, Noctis Lucius, like Noctis from Final Fantasy 15?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No,
I looked up Kingdom Hearts characters, and he's listed in there.
Like the Noctis that we know.
Like from Final Fantasy 15,
I'll put his picture
No.
I know what you're talking about. Just like not.
Because I do remember.
Maybe
'cause-
he's in the third one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, is he in the third one? Because there's no way he could have been in like previous Kingdom Hearts games because
'Cause, yeah, you
Final
know how-
Fantasy 15 came out what 3 years ago.
Yeah, maybe she's being added into this one then.
Yeah, because like you
Yeah.
know how like they do add Final Fantasy 15 characters. Like I'm hoping we see Leon again and all the others like that.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna see. Those are like at this point they're mainstays of the series.
Cloud Strife has to be back.
Oh yeah, Cloud definitely has to be back for sure.
Yuki,
Yeah, no, like
Yeah.
characters like Cloud, Leon, Yuffie, Aerith. Those are mainstay characters.
Um,
So I think it'd
no,
be
you
cool
can-
if we saw Noctis in Kingdom Hearts 3. That would be insane.
Oh yeah, some
Can
of the
I ask
combos.
you, what's your opinion on someone like Xehanort as a villain?
He's honestly one of the better villains. There's so much built in him that he's unleashing, and it's insane. Ansem didn't really do anything. Xemnas barely did anything. He was, But when you look at Xehanort, like
He's
you've
like
seen-
behind this whole.
yeah, you've seen his backstory. You know where he comes from.
And
He
just-
I don't know. He just looks like the most insane villain to me. Honestly.
Well, like Maleficent.
Oh, New Mecha, did you have something to say about
Not
Xehanort?
Maleficent, no.
Xehanort. Oh god. Are we talking about the darkness dude?
Yeah. The guy you
The
said you said he gets like a hot on every time he talks about the darkness.
Yes, he does. Look at the dialogue every time he talks. He talks about the darkness 24/7.
I just like how Xehanort is this guy who just there's multiple versions of him. Like you have Ansem, there's Xemnas, there's young Xehanort, there's old Xehanort. There's it's hard to keep up with.
Yeah, it is a little hard, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
But the thing is too, Brendan sent me a photo a while back. I looked at the way Soul's hand on the chair. It looks like he might be Xehanort.
Wait,
Oh
who?
man, more Xehanorts?
Yeah, I don't want any more Nords.
No, I don't want any.
No more,
Uh,
no more Nords.
Sam, I don't want any. Just kill them all, please, for the love of God. We just need to kill them all. Get rid of them. Throw them back where they came from.
Yes, please.
Yes.
I actually like to get serious. I have to say, like, my favorite Kingdom Hearts character has to be just based on from a story perspective. I got to go with Axel because I think because Axel's arc is one of my personal favorites in the Kingdom Hearts series, especially if you play 358 Days Over 2 and then Kingdom Hearts 2, because you learn more of who Axel is a character and his quote-unquote friendship with Roxas and Shion. And even though what I find interesting about Axel's character, even though like even though Organization 13 are nobodies and they have no real feelings, you can see that Axel almost kind of does have real feelings, and even though they were they were fabricated feelings, you could tell that by the end that Axel really did care about Roxas.
And
He
was
did see him
questioning,
as a friend. Yeah, he was
And
always questioning.
the whole organization and everything. He goes, "Is this really right? Is this what I want for me and for these people?"
Yeah. No,
Yeah, like he
he's-
started to act on his own free will.
Yeah, don't forget he's also called Lee. Like that's his name.
Yeah, that was his real name.
Because I think we don't like if you ever played Birth by Sleep and you play Aqua's story, she meets someone named Lee. So
Yeah, that's who that's who Axel was before he turned into a nobody.
yeah, so I mean I think it's pretty crazy to see it like that.
I love Axel's weapon. His like the circle, like the shuriken,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the shurikens. Those are
it's
great.
so good.
and then they do like fire and stuff. That was one of my favorite. Like besides the keyblades, it was one of my favorite weapon designs. I like in the game.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like Axel's my favorite, and just I think he had the best arc, and like even from like when he was Lee in Birth by Sleep, and then learning more about him as a character in 358 Days Over 2. Watching the story for 358 Days Over 2, and then going to Kingdom Hearts 2, and seeing Axel as a character, and then when he finally sacrifices himself to help Sora, it's much more emotional because you know everything Axel has gone through.
Yeah.
It makes him, in my opinion, one of the better characters in the franchise.
What about like Riku?
I'll be honest. I'm very back and forth on Riku. Like, I understand the appeal of Riku. It's like, oh, he's this dark, mysterious Sasuke-like character. It's like, oh,
He
look
is
how
a
dark and
Sasuke-like
mysterious.
character.
Look how dark and mysterious I am. And I understand that, clearly Sora cares more for this guy than he does Kairi. But
Well, that's his
Yeah.
best friend, so I mean...
yeah, I know. But like, I've never I get that people like Riku, but I've never 100% understood his appeal because he just feels like another edgy anti-hero type character that we've seen so many times.
There's
Like
definitely...
he's no different from like Shadow the Hedgehog or Sasuke or Vegeta.
I
He's
always,
just
I
not
don't
one
know
of those
why.
characters.
I always compare him to Sasuke. I don't know why. But I mean, Sasuke's more moodier, though, I will say.
He's very moodier, but he's a character in that similar vein,
Yeah.
which is why I've kind of never seen the bit. I get why people like Roxas, but I never saw the huge hype around him.
Right. There was always this kind of weird tension, especially in the beginning of one when they're on the island, when Riku and Sora are talking. There was this, I always noticed, and I kind of make jokes about it. I go, "There's this weird tension between them," and I go, "I don't know what kind of tension it is, if it's sexual tension or not."
Yeah.
But it was really it got I noticed how awkward and it got between the two of them, and I think it was I know because it's because of Kairi and they both were going for trying to fight for Kairi, but
Yeah.
there was something between the two of them too. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't think
No.
Riku was actually going for Kairi. I think he was just messing with Sora because he really liked her, and Riku knew that. So I think he was just kind of messing with Sora.
I think so too, and I think by the end of it, when Kingdom Hearts 2, when Sora finally meets Riku, and he's crying and sobbing, and I feel like Sora definitely cares more about Riku than Kairi. I don't mean that in a bad way, but when you take into consideration the whole story and everything that has happened to Riku, being taken by Ansem and then having to contort to Ansem's body just to maintain himself.
Yeah.
And when he finally does see his friend, it's very emotional. NewMecha, do you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, it is very emotional. I do agree with you. It's just that's how you know the bond is very strong. That's how you know that's his homie for life.
Yeah, man, that's his
Oh.
homie, man. This is ride or die.
When,
His wingman.
when they
His
meet
wingman.
when they meet Namine in the mansion.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's another
Yeah.
good character. Not gonna lie.
Wasn't she if I remember this correctly, because I don't know if I do, she was somebody's nobody, right? Was she Kairi's?
No, I don't think she's anybody's nobody. I think she's her own thing. At least she's
Is
supposed
she?
to be.
Let me look up who she is.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
no.
someone look that up. Oh, wait, what's up?
Yeah.
She is nominate is what's her name?
Oh no, she's Kairi's
Yes.
thing. Right.
Yeah, because I'd say it because I remember reading somewhere that she
Yeah.
is that Naminé is Kairi's nobody,
Yeah,
but she has special powers.
Mhm.
Namine is a special nobody born when Kairi's heart left Sora's
Yeah.
body. At the beginning of Kingdom Hearts, when the Destiny Islands were engulfed by darkness, Kairi's heart hid in Sora's body instead of becoming a heartless, as she had no darkness in her heart.
Mm-hmm.
So she came from both Sora and Kairi. So it was kind of a weird.
Oh. It's one of those weird Kingdom Hearts things.
Well, yeah.
That's actually something I want to touch on a little bit. Kingdom Hearts, just the overall arcing story of Kingdom Hearts. What are you guys' thoughts on Kingdom Hearts story? I'm gonna take it to Chris.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. I'm taking off the glasses. So the whole overarching story, right?
Yeah.
It's oh God. It's clearly it's one of the most complicated stories in gaming history ever. I think next to I'd say next to maybe Final Fantasy if you take actually all the big numbered Final Fantasies are their own story, but if you take the in between ones and stuff like that, because that goes all over the place. But I think Kingdom Hearts as a story itself is the most complicated in gaming history because where they take every little thing, where they send where they say, okay, well, this person's gonna go from X to Y, and this is what's gonna happen to them. But in between, you know what I'm saying? Where the directions that they take for everything. Because even now, I don't fully understand the complete, like the whole entire story. I understand a good chunk of it, but there's parts of it where I'm just like, I'm not even gonna bother because I know it's just gonna confuse me.
Yeah.
I understand the basics of it enough where I'm gonna be able to play the game and understand what's going on. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. It's a fantastic story, but I think they put so much into it where
Yeah.
it makes it hard for me and I think other people to be like, kind of get a grasp of, okay, well, what the hell is going on here? I don't know.
Interesting. NewMechaGaming, what are your thoughts on Kingdom Hearts 3's Kingdom Hearts overarching story?
Oh my god, it's just going too many directions in this game, I feel like. But still, it's Kingdom Hearts. It has to be. But that makes it what it makes it great. So many like different areas, different plot twists, everything. Make it into the biggest game. Complicated as hell, but hey, we don't mind. Make it fun and make it into the big one it is, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Right. I feel like even despite the very complicated nature of Kingdom Hearts story, I think it's all going like for people who have played all the games and then going into 3, I think it's all going to wrap up very nicely. Kobe, what are your thoughts on Kingdom Hearts story overall?
One word: perfection.
Really? Really?
Yeah, I think there's really no major flaws. Wait, we talk about like the whole series or just
Yeah, just the whole series and like all the
Story
overarching
overall.
plots and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, no, still perfection. Like it's my childhood game. Love it. Been playing it for years, and I'm just really excited to play part 3.
Interesting. All right, so with that in mind, we're going to go on to.
What's your thought about the whole overarching story? You didn't say what you thought.
Oh, my thoughts. I'll be honest. I don't think Kingdom Hearts story is as because I know it's the opinion is that it's overly complicated. I'll be honest. I don't think Kingdom Hearts story is as complicated as some people made it out to be. Like you can a quick summary search on the internet shows you that Kingdom Hearts story is very like. You can get it packed down pretty quickly if you just with a simple like Google search or a quick summary video. But I do understand why some people feel the way they do about Kingdom Hearts' overarching story because it is kind of a pain where it's not. It is kind of a pain to have all these other games that you wouldn't even think matter, but actually they do matter. Because it is kind of annoying how Kingdom Hearts 2 isn't a direct follow-up to Kingdom Hearts 1. There's all this other stuff that you have to play. There's all this stuff you have to know. And some people just don't have the opportunity. People, not everybody has all of these handheld systems that you have to play. It kind of reminds me of Devil May Cry's story where the story, I don't know if you guys play Devil May Cry, but chronologically, they're all over the place. Like the first one is chronologically the second one in the series. The second one, Devil May Cry 2, is chronologically the last one in the series. War 5, 4 is the second, third is the first. I guess it's not as complicated as Kingdom Hearts, but it does something similar with its story. But I don't think it's as complicated as some people made it out to be over the years.
No, I agree with you, but like I said, there's parts in it where I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of convoluted, but there's only certain small parts. It's not the whole thing, but that's it. Yeah.
All right. With that in mind, let's go on to the next topic. We're going to talk about our most anticipated moments for Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't really have any type of anticipated moments, to be honest, but I'm going to go to NewMechaGaming. What are your most anticipated moments for Kingdom Hearts 3?
Fighting Sephiroth again.
Do you think you'll have a better chance this time?
I don't think so, but we find out. Or unless they bring in the Lingering Will again.
That could be something. That could be something. Kobe, what is your most anticipated moment for Kingdom Hearts 3?
Playing Pirates again. That was my favorite world in the second one. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, Port Royale. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
guilty as charged. I did watch some leaks, but it was only gameplay. He didn't show any story. He was just showing off
Okay.
gameplay. But yeah, I watched it and just looking at it, it reminded me of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which was my favorite. And yeah, because just driving a ship and going to just different islands, I've always loved. That's what I want. Like Black Flag was my favorite because you can drive a ship, you go to different islands and whatnot. That's why I would love if they, aside from this, if they would make another another Pirates game. And I guess you could say I could play Sea of Thieves, but it's like cartoony. I want a more realistic Pirates game where it's just like I can do that.
Yeah.
No, well, just something more newer. Like shinier, I guess. But yeah, just overall, I'm excited for this world to play.
Cool. Chris, what is your most anticipated moment for Kingdom Hearts 3?
I don't know. I think I'm excited to see all the worlds and see like the new ones, and then when I take the ones have already been in there, what they did to change them or quote unquote improve them.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for like the Toy Story one or the Monsters Inc. one. I think I'm really I have high hopes for this. I'm hoping that they don't mess it up. I don't think they will, but there's always that small chance that can happen.
They've delayed it for like 8 years. I don't think they can mess anything up.
Yeah, I know. I'm interested to see if they add any more worlds. There's been talk that people are like, I wonder if they're gonna add like any Marvel worlds because that's Disney. I don't think they will. I think that maybe I think they might run into problems if they did that. Because then that adds this whole thing where there's like, wow, there's these like superheroes in this thing. So it would be.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I guess other people who aren't a fan.
Somebody said they wanted to see like an Incredibles world in there. And
I think that was Joe, wasn't it?
No, I didn't say that.
I thought you did. Oh, maybe someone else did. But that would be really cool to see him with the Incredibles.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I need him to have his own like kind of like a super power.
Super suit.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of interesting that you brought up Marvel and Star Wars because there was that question whether or not, since those are now Disney properties, there was some question whether or not they were going to incorporate Disney or Star Wars.
I'd love to see Star Wars.
I don't think they'll ever do that because Star Wars and Marvel are one of those things where the universe itself is so big. I don't think they're going to touch things like that.
I don't think they are either. I'd love to see Star Wars, but I just think it would just become so complicated. Like you said, because the universes are huge, both Kingdom Hearts and Star Wars, and then the Marvel universe, which over the years has grown like exponentially, and it's become this huge thing. So there'd be just so much to add into like the Kingdom Hearts universe, and then they'd have to like add stuff into like those other universes, and it would just completely. I think it would just take away too much from the story and the game itself. I don't think it'd be a great idea. And anyway, as far as we know, they're saying this is the final Kingdom Hearts game. So
I feel like there's still gonna be more worlds because in the second one, I just counted. There's like 15 worlds, I think, and then this one there's only 8. So I think there's still worlds that they haven't shown us.
That's what I think because the game's supposed to be like 40 or 50 hours long.
Yeah. So like, there's no way that there's only 8 worlds. Be like 80 plus hours or whatever. So I think there's still more that they haven't shown.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some worlds they're keeping from us that they want to reveal to us.
I'm curious to see if they re-implement the thing of when you travel the world, you have to use the gummy ship.
Yeah, that's new.
The first game I hated that, but in the second game they made it better.
This one's supposed to be like this. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I like that in the second one you didn't have to do it every single time you wanted to go to a different world.
Oh yeah.
I like that you only had to do it to unlock the world.
Yeah, they said that this one's supposed to be more freeing a little bit. So it's similar to the second one, but you're more free, if that makes sense. Like it's like you still have like obviously the objective to go to and fly to, but like it's weird. Like you gotta see it to believe it.
They're calling this one like open world kind of thing.
Yeah, but like it's still like you're still limited to your surrounding.
Oh yeah. Anyways, so Joe, what do you think?
My most anticipated moment for Kingdom Hearts 3, I don't think it's I don't think anything is in the game in particular. I am looking forward to a lot of elements, but I would have to say like my most anticipated thing for Kingdom Hearts 3 is just the idea of just being able to like finally like hold it in my hands and say to myself, it's finally here because it's been so long. After all this time, I felt like this is a game that was never going to happen. I know a lot of people will probably be pre-ordering this game digitally. I'm going to be pre-ordering it physically, just so I can have the solitude of knowing that I finally have in my hands Kingdom Hearts 3 and putting it in the game disc. I'm like, yes, this has been years in the making, and I'm going to enjoy every single moment of it. It's going to be great.
Yeah. I want to just mention who's already pre-ordered it and who's going to.
I still need to.
So I've already gotten my digital copy, but I'm still thinking about getting a physical copy just to have it, like Joe said.
Yeah, no, I still need to pre-order mines. I'm pretty sure I still have time.
Are you gonna get the is it deluxe for the $80 one or the standard? Because you get like some kind of special poster with the standard. It's not like a paper, but it's made of something weird.
Oh no, I don't get paid to get digital deluxe editions. I don't get paid enough for that.
Forgot to mention something to y'all.
What's that?
Remember that E3 channel a while back? They announced the PS4 edition.
Yeah.
Pro. That's coming to the US. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, I know.
The PS4 what?
It's like a PlayStation edition for Kingdom Hearts. It has like the crowns on it and like I think the hearts or whatever, like all over.
Yeah, I got the
believe.
PlayStation version.
No, the PS Plus, like the PlayStation
Oh,
yeah, it's like a special edition for Kingdom Hearts. It has like a really cool like matte layout or whatever.
Do we think that they're gonna port? Sorry, go ahead.
I got 2 copies right now. I got one digital from me, Brendan, and my other friend. And I'm buying the digital. Oh no, I'm buying the deluxe.
Nice.
But I haven't decided if I'm gonna give that one away or just keep it myself.
Cool. So we're gonna have some closing statements on the Kingdom Hearts 3. I guess I'll start with Kobe. What are your closing thoughts on Kingdom Hearts 3?
Overall, I'm just really excited. It was like 8-9 years in the making. You know, I waited a long time. All of the delays have really, been pissing me off. But I'm just really excited.
Now you know how I feel with the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Oh yeah, no, I'm excited for that too. Like I haven't played as much as I should have, but Final Fantasy's still my game. I love it. But going back to it, Kingdom Hearts going to be an amazing game, and I can't wait to play it.
Cool. Chris, closing statements on Kingdom Hearts 3?
Yeah, I am really excited for this. Like everyone's been saying, we've been waiting a long time. I can't wait. Each day gets closer, I get like even more excited, but that's it. Yeah, no, I'm excited, and I can't wait.
Yeah. And then finally, NewMechaGaming. What are your closing thoughts on Kingdom Hearts 3?
This is not a closing statement. This is for life. This is like I'm looking back from when I originally played Kingdom Hearts 2 on the PS2 days, and I'm looking at it now. I feel like this has been one of those moments I've been waiting for a long time. And I've been waiting for my friend to come back to me for a long time. I grew up, I'm adult now, and I feel like it's time to see him again. So I'm so happy to see Kingdom Hearts again. Sorry for kind of make it corny. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. It's fine. I guess my closing statements on Kingdom Hearts 3. Tetsuya Nomura, now that you have finally finished work on 3, can you start working on FF7 Remake again? Because I want it really bad. I mean, I'm looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3 just as much as the next guy, but I want Final Fantasy 7 Remake more. Where is it?
I'm really excited for his next project, though, with Square Enix and Marvel.
I'm kind of looking forward to Final Fantasy 7 Remake more.
But real quick, before we end it, Square Enix and Marvel are making a game in the future.
Oh, okay, because it's probably gonna be in the Marvel gaming universe, because that's a thing now.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like an Avengers like MMO or something like that. I don't know, but I'm excited for it.
Oh, If it's
Well,
an
Well,
M.
I'm not. I don't. That was me spitballing. I don't exactly know what it is, but I'm excited for it. Yeah.
I got one more thing. All of us to say thank you to Nomura
Yeah,
For the
definitely.
for the ending statement instead of like the closing. All of us to say thank you for the game.
And that is going to be it for today's show. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show of Kingdom Hearts 3 thoughts and opinions. We are Kosura Media Group signing out.
Bye bye.
Later.
Love you guys.